Marvel made a huge mistake and it led to Eyes of Wakanda being one of the most tragic endings in all of the MCU. Episode 4 of Eyes of Wakanda, we get time travel. Now, you may remember from Avengers Endgame that we specifically stated that time travel does not work the way we've seen it in movies. If this is the timeline and you have a problem here, you can't just go back in time and fix it here. Fixing it here doesn't fix the present, because this becomes your present and that becomes your past. It's all very confusing, but it makes a lot of sense. Instead of what will happen is if you have a problem here and you go back in time to fix the problem here, create a different reality, a different timeline. And the mistake Marvel made was in the Eyes of Wakanda finale, the last Black Panther goes back in time to tell the current Wakandians not to retrieve the vibranium they're looking for, just to leave it, because in the future, if they leave it, Killmonger will recover it, thus kicking off the events of Black Panther. Because of fixing the problem here, the time period where the last Black Panther is will be saved. The reality is when that happened, they created a different timeline, and the era where the last Black Panther came from was pretty much obliterated. They all went, it truly was the last Black Panther. And the can of worms that this opens up is the fact that we were meant to believe that there's one sacred timeline, and everything we were watching in the MCU was on that sacred timeline, but in fact, we've been watching a branch reality. So everything we know about the sacred timeline was essentially a lie because this is a branched reality. The Eyes of Wakanda is confirmed to be canon to the MCU timeline, the main sacred timeline. And everything that's happening is on a bunch of different timelines, aka Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. But the good news is even though this was a mistake that Marvel made, and we can all be honest about it, number one, Eyes of Wakanda is still a great show, and number two, after the events of Avengers Secret Wars, Kevin Feige said that the MCU is going to have a soft reset, focusing on one timeline. And it doesn't have to be the timeline that the MCU is on. The future X-Men movie could be a different reality, a different timeline, and that's where all our movies can be now on. I could be wrong about all this, by the way. It's all pretty confusing. The multiverse is confusing.